Ahead on 12 News, blondes versus brunettes, the gridiron battle that serves a greater purpose. Plus, as Bottineau Light Rail planning moves along, Golden Valley Council members want to address what they see as a potential problem. But first, a plan that could lead to significant staffing changes within the Brooklyn Park Fire Department. 12 News starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. The Brooklyn Park Fire Chief is planning a big change for his department.
He wants to hire 18 full-time firefighters replacing part-time staff. But that's not sitting too well with some part-time firefighters who say they may lose income if the proposal gets approved. Reporter Sonia Goins has more.
The Brooklyn Park Fire Department relies mostly on part-time firefighters, but Chief Ken Prilliman wants to change that.
We currently have 84 sworn firefighters who are covering the shift hours that we've been authorized. It takes 84 to cover 6 positions 24 hours a day.
Brooklyn Park is the busiest part-time fire department in the state of Minnesota. On average, they run about 8,600 calls. The fire chief says with a full-time staff, they can run the department more efficiently.
We could cover the same number of hours with 18 full-time firefighters. This model allows us to have a much greater efficiency.
We are the busiest non-full-time fire department in the state of Minnesota, hands down.
But some part-time firefighters are worried they will lose income if the full-time positions get the thumbs up.
They could lose anywhere between $5,000 and $25,000 a year in income if they don't get selected for one of the full-time positions.
Those part-time positions would be switched to on-call positions, so they might not be needed as much.
I know several people that are trying to figure out what are they going to do if this actually goes through.
We would continue to use our part-time and paid on-call firefighters to provide backfill for vacation and sickness, but it most certainly would have an impact on individual firefighters' income.
Prilliman says the 18 full-time positions would be a less expensive option down the road.
I think that in the long run, this is a less expensive model, which benefits the taxpayers.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
The fire chief says his plan costs about $64,000 more than the current staffing model, but he says it will save the city more money in the long term.
A Hopkins high school student was taken to the hospital after he was hit by a school bus. It happened this morning at Hopkins North Junior High in Minnetonka. Police say the 16-year-old student was on his bike cutting between 2 stopped school buses when he was hit by a third bus leaving the parking lot. The student was taken to the hospital as a precaution with non-life-threatening injuries, and police say he was wearing a bike helmet.
Minnesota's economy posted job gains, according to a new report. The state added more than 6,000 jobs in August. The job sectors with the most gains were construction and professional and business services. That's a sector that includes everything from accounting to engineering jobs. The only sectors that posted job losses were financial activities and leisure and hospitality. It is full steam ahead with a new business park along the 610 corridor in Brooklyn Park. Work is underway on a new 200,000 square foot office and warehouse building that will be part of a development called 610 Commerce Center near the intersection of 93rd and Louisiana Avenues. The new building could house up to 3 companies, possibly manufacturing and assembly or research and laboratory type use.
Bring more people to town, more employees, more customers for those businesses, and even though we don't know who they are yet, but we can anticipate quite a few more jobs and people working.
The building will be finished in the spring. Eventually, 2 other buildings are planned for the Commerce Center, which is adjacent to the proposed Bottineau Light Rail line.
As planning moves forward for the proposed Bottineau Light Rail line from Minneapolis to Brooklyn Park, one city along the route wants to make sure parking is considered. Some Golden Valley City Council members say they're concerned there won't be enough parking. If the route came through the area near Golden Valley Road and Theodore Wirth Parkway and parking options weren't provided, it could lead to problems in the residential area.
Bottom line is we need to get our residents over there to make the best use that we can out of the Bottineau line. And we don't want them parking in residential areas because then those people will be unhappy and we'll add to that problem.
Holding an open house November 12th for the public to give input on parking options. The statistics are staggering. Every 67 seconds, someone in this country develops Alzheimer's disease.
Women are more likely than men to develop the condition. And as Delane Cleveland reports, a group of Twin Cities women are trying to tackle the disease by reigniting an age-old rivalry.
What I want to talk to you guys about is pass blocking.
Wednesday night at Corcoran Park in Minneapolis, several dozen women fine-tune their football skills.
Practicing, making sure we're all set with our plays. We've been practicing for almost 3 months now.
To prepare for an epic battle.
Yes, we do need to get battle ready, all set for the big game.
Pitting the blondes versus the
brunettes. We're gonna just take those blondes out, we're gonna stop them in their tracks, and we're just gonna, annihilate them.
Amanda Nybo of Golden Valley is one of the players on Team Brunette.
All right.
Matt Crossan of Maple Grove is one of the coaches.
We've got some pretty good athletes and pretty good coaches, so I feel pretty confident about our chances.
They've been practicing twice a week since July for a big game against Team Blonde this Saturday at Concordia University in St. Paul. All proceeds benefit the Alzheimer's Association.
Our motto is we're trying to tackle Alzheimer's, and it is a disease that is devastating.
Brianna Olson would know. 7 years ago, her mother was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's at age 58.
She's still living at home and doing very well, but we are seeing the disease progress.
Her mother can now only drive short distances, has trouble completing tasks, and loses memories mid-sentence.
It takes an entire family to support them, so I'm also playing for her and also for my dad as her primary caregiver.
While only about 10 of the women here have had their families directly impacted by the disease, everyone believes in the cause.
We just want to tackle this disease.
That means that somebody's going to be wide open.
They also want to win and put an end to the rumor that blondes have more fun.
No, that's a misnomer. That is not true. As you can see from behind me here, brunettes are having a whole lot of fun.
In Minneapolis, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
The blondes and brunettes have raised nearly $130,000 this year for the local Alzheimer's Association chapter. If you want to go to the game, it's Saturday at noon at Concordia University's Seafoam Stadium. I think everybody wins in that competition,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Our first standout student of the season takes us to Cooper High School. You'll meet him up next.
And then later in sports, Cooper's football team is unbeaten coming into this week's 50th anniversary homecoming.
But first, an unsettled Friday forecast. There's a chance for thunder showers. Now that students are back in school, it is time for us to start profiling some of the best students in the Northwest Metro.
At Robbinsdale Cooper High School, Ethan White stands out for more than just being an exceptional leader. Reporter Shannon Slatton introduces us to this senior from Golden Valley.
A golden homecoming this year for the school that bleeds orange and blue. Cooper High School turns 50, and on the homecoming court, there's a standout student known for his smile.
He always makes you feel better. Just being there, just smiling, just whenever he's there and he's present, you feel better about yourself.
17-year-old Ethan White is a senior, captain of the football team, and a school volunteer.
He's extremely influential to his peers, to students who are younger than him. Now that he's a senior and he's a member of Link Crew, he's a great leader to 9th graders, which is very impactful for our building.
Puts a smile on their face, and we have a fun time doing it.
Even during English class, in what Ethan describes as one of his least favorite subjects, he tackles it with a positive attitude.
I have a fun time writing now because I've had a bunch of teachers like Miss Sinner help me a lot with writing. Okay, yeah.
Teachers believe Ethan's positivity is infectious.
Okay, alrighty.
And it will help him succeed.
Okay, thank you.
Ethan has this aura about him that you know he's gonna do great things because of the power and impact that he has, because of his positivity.
I feel that I'm a very positive student. I like to see people smile.
In New Hope, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Ethan hopes to attend college at NDSU next year and study sports medicine. Well, coming up, celebrating 50 years of history at a Brooklyn Park school.
But first in sports, they're road warriors this fall, but the Providence Academy football team is off to a great start. John Jacobson has that and more when we come back.
Everything seems to be working in Cooper's favor. Undefeated and the 50th and the homecoming week all at once.
Big game.
It's all coming together this week, right? Yeah, it's a a great week for them, and a lot of schools are having homecoming this week or next. It is a big week for Cooper's football team specifically. The Hawks are 3-0 and host their 50th anniversary homecoming game Saturday. As Jay Wilcox reports, the belief is strong that this can be a special season.
It's a fantastic start for Cooper, and the Hawks like what they've seen on the field.
Hey, we're happy, but we got a lot more work to do. We got tougher teams coming up. Everybody's tough to us this year. I'm feeling great. I'm thinking we're looking good. Still got a lot of stuff to improve on, but we looking good overall.
While all 3 wins were good ones, beating Benilde St. Margaret's 28-7 at Benilde last Friday was extra special.
Yeah, it was a great feeling. Every year that I've played, we've lost to them, so it was really good to get out there and beat those guys. But, you know, we just got to get back and do it again.
Benilde is well-coached, well-disciplined team, and for us to be able to finally get our W versus Benilde means a lot to this program.
A big offensive line has helped running back Levante Taylor get off to a great start. He's averaging over 9 yards per carry. But the Cooper defense has also been superb, allowing 7 points in each game.
Our defense isn't really all just one player. It's all of us playing as one team and as a unit, so it works out for us.
The Hawks host Chanhassen this week. It's homecoming and Saturday afternoon instead of Friday night.
We don't want to have any distractions during the week with the fans or anything. We just want to come out and play. Big game, 50th anniversary for us.
There are a lot of people from the past 3 years that I hoped come because I admired them for a long time, and they basically shaped me to what I am right now.
First game was on a Thursday night. Nobody was here in school. Second game was on a Friday night away. None of our home games are going to be on Friday night. So, you know, for the kids, we do the same thing for routine in terms of, you know, they get here a certain amount of hours before the game. We watch our film. We do things constantly, no matter what time the kickoff is.
When the Hawks hit the field Saturday, they hope to take another step toward a special season. Jay Wilcox, 12 Sports.
Our 12 Sports game crew will be on hand as the Hawks host Chanhassen Saturday afternoon. Watch it live on Channel 12 and 12.tv or catch the replay Sunday night at 10 o'clock. The Providence Academy football team brought back a lot of players this fall, and that's a big reason for its 3-0 start. Here's Jason Melillo with more on the Lions.
Providence Academy brought back 19 starters this season, giving the Lions a healthy dose of experience and cohesiveness.
It's great to have a strong senior class. It's great to have some of the older kids with us. We return 9 on offense and we return 10 on defense. So solid group all around.
Experience is everything. Playing with guys you have that bond as a team that just holds it all together.
The Lions defense has been particularly good, pitching shutouts in 2 of its 3 games.
We call it Tetris defense. Everybody slides together just like Tetris, the Tetris Bowl in the playoffs or whatnot. So, you know, everybody has their gap, everybody takes care of their business, and you know that a guy next to you is going to take care of his business. So.
And offensively, Providence has a versatile attack. The Lions' ground game is always strong, but they'll throw it around too and keep opposing defenses guessing.
Throws downfield for White, makes the catch, and he's in the open, and he's going to go for the touchdown.
Providence is now focusing on building on its good start, but not dwelling on it. The goal now is looking forward and continuing to get better. Jason Melillo, 12 Sports.
Providence is at Blake on Friday night. And after a 4th straight road game to start the season, that Providence football team will come home for Week 5 next week. But their new turf field and stadium won't be done yet. Construction delays have set back the opening for the Lions to play here until at least the end of the regular season or the playoffs, should Providence get a home game. A new turf field, track, and stands will go in, along with footings for doming the field in the winter. Right now, all they can do here is wait.
Late start, yeah, wet spring combined with a late frost out, road restrictions stayed on, so they've been going as fast as they can. I know they've been here on Saturdays when we've had film and doing some of that, so we know they're working hard, so we're hoping for the best.
Until the new field is ready, Providence will play its home football games on the school's West Soccer Field, which does have stands and a press box to use. Their first home game is September 26th against St. Paul Academy. So they'll be home next week, but not home where they want to play on that new field if they can.
Gotta be flexible,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Thanks a lot, John. In Local Vote 2014, we finish our look at the 8 candidates running for Robbinsdale School Board.
Andrea Bejarano-Robinson served on the District Special Education Advisory Council, and Jeff Houle has served on New Hope's Planning Commission.
Great public education is critical to our collective success. I am Jeff Houle, and that is why I'm running for our seat on the Robbinsdale Area School Board. I lived in New Hope since 1994 with my wife Cassie, raising 2 children who currently attend Armstrong High School. Both are active in athletics and activities. Professionally, I'm an architect and project manager with over 20 years of real-world problem-solving experience. It is important to me to give back to the community that I live in. I have been appointed to and volunteered for various District 281 groups, including district-wide restructuring and divestiture committees. I have an understanding of the challenges facing the district. I'm a parent, a taxpayer, and a proud champion for quality, effective public education. I ask for your vote on November 4th. Just remember, Houle for schools.
Greetings, Robbinsdale Area School District residents. I am Andrea Bejarano-Robinson. The last 5 years since my husband Scott and myself moved in the district, I have been involved in parent-run committees, the Legislative Action Coalition. I was co-chair of the last 3 years of the District Special Education Advisory Council. My husband and I have 3 boys, a 3rd grader, a preschooler, and a 2-year-old. I have been touched by early childhood programs, special education services, and gifted and talented services. I feel I am a well-rounded candidate and am excited for your vote this November. Again, I am Andrea Bejarano-Robinson. Thank you for your time and look forward to serving you on the Robbinsdale Area Schools School Board.
Still ahead, a teacher who knows her school very well.
We head to Palmer Lake Elementary next for a reason to celebrate. We'll be right back.
LBJ was president. A group called the Beatles topped the charts, and G.I. Joe became a boys' toy staple.
The year was 1964, the same year Palmer Lake Elementary first opened. With Roy Orbison's Pretty Woman playing in the background, another 1964 hit, Palmer Lake celebrated 50 years Thursday. Teacher Erica Pierce experienced a good chunk of the school's history. She attended Palmer Lake. Now she's a teacher there.
I think it's neat for our community to have a school that has lasted this long and still very busy in our area. We get lots and lots of students every year. We're almost at capacity nearly every year.
Erica says the building itself hasn't changed a whole lot with the exception of a new addition and construction on the media center and office. And Erica has added to the school's history with her family. Her daughters also attended Palmer Lake.
Did you see the old sketch? There's nothing around the school
right.
that was new.
A little bit has changed
Yeah,
around,
just a
right? That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
Community Corners coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow.